Greetings, Southern Cameroonians. Greetings, Ambazonian. This is King Edrum. There are two things that I want to discuss or highlight. And one of the two things is Professor Kamto rejects restoration of Southern Cameroon statehood. And a passenger plane in Cameroon came under fire while landing at Bamenda Airport. These two topics are vital to our revolution. The fact that Professor Kamto rejects the restoration of Southern Cameroon statehood goes against everything that we Southern Cameroonians are fighting for. We Southern Cameroonians are fighting because we want to restore our statehood. We want to restore our nation, our country. We were a free nation before this fake union with La République du Cameroon. We were never colonized by France and should not be controlled by France through La République du Cameroon. Southern Cameroonians were colonized by Britain, and we want to be free from the chokeholds of France, because France uses La République du Cameroon to control Southern Cameroon and exploit the resources in Southern Cameroon. Meanwhile, the people of Southern Cameroon do not benefit from the resources. The people of Southern Cameroon suffer because of France and La République du Cameroon. And Professor Kamto, is rejecting the restoration of our statehood because it would benefit him to be president, and it would benefit France to continue recolonizing Southern Cameroon. So we Southern Cameroonians must fight. But how do we fight to make sure that we gain our independence? This is a key question that our so-called frontline leaders have no clue about. And the fact that a passenger plane was shot down in Bamenda does not illustrate that it was done by the forces of Southern Cameroon, or makes you wonder, was it done by the forces of La République du Cameroon? Because our forces in Southern Cameroon, I doubt the fact that they have the capability to bring down a plane without really causing huge damage. Which means that, to me, my point of view, this was something that was staged by the forces of La République du Cameroon, and Chris Ano just jumped in and took all and claimed all, saying that the forces of Southern Cameroon did that to the plane. But our soldiers in Southern Cameroon lack the military forces or the weapons to bring down planes. Why would Chris Ano accept that the forces of Southern Cameroon did that? And what benefit would it gain us if we accept that we did that, when our forces do not have the weapons, the capabilities to cause such damage? If we do have such capabilities, how come our people are dying in the numbers and they're not being defended by the forces of Southern Cameroonians? So it's a mistake, a huge mistake for Chris Ano to declare and accept that the forces of Southern Cameroon did that. And even if we did do that, there's no reason to claim that, because we are at war. Doesn't matter what happened. We want to win this war. If you think using that action to show the power that the forces of Southern Cameroonians have on the ground, then I think that's a mistake, because we don't have such capabilities. Which is why Southern Cameroonians are asking. So this is why Southern Cameroon interim government is asking for finances so that we can fund the war in Southern Cameroon, so that we can equip our soldiers. If we Southern Cameroons can really equip our soldiers on the ground, then we'll be able to change the atmosphere of this revolution. But the interim government of Southern Cameroon is weak. The so-called governing institutions like AGOV or ADF forces is weak, not strong enough. We don't have the military power to win this revolution. But we Southern Cameroonians must be able to create this strong military power so that we can win our revolution. If we really want to do that. And our leaders, if they claim to be our leaders of Southern Cameroonians, must stop this in-house fighting and concentrate and find a way to work with one another so that they can concentrate on the main task, which is defeating the forces of La Republic de Cameroon. And as you know, by the statement Professor Kamto made, he is for La Republic de Cameroon, which means he is against Southern Cameroonians and is against the restoration of our nation, Ambazonia. Southern Cameroonians, there's so much shit going on that is affecting our revolution. The more we try to move ahead, the more we try to move backward. The more we try to move ahead, the more we take more steps backward because of all the infighting. Because we Southern Cameroonians cannot come together for our revolution, for our independence. Everybody's insulting everybody. Then again, the frontline leaders do not have the answers, do not have the solutions to making sure that our revolution is successful. We want our revolution to be successful. And we all, as children of Southern Cameroon, as children of Africa, have the birthright to express ourselves concerning what is happening in Southern Cameroon and in Africa. Which is why National Telegraph is the most powerful voice in the revolution of Southern Cameroon and in the revolution of Pan-African unity and Pan-African growth. Because Africans are weak globally because Africa is weak. And to make Africans strong in the international community, Africa must speak with one voice. The revolution will never die so long as the children of Africa believe in Africa. This is King Eju. Till next time.